Hey everyone, and welcome to AMC Movie Talk for movie fans. I'm Chrisley Kennedy, and this is the show where we bring you the day's biggest movie news, and of course we give you insight into what it all means. We're back in the studio today, and joining me, as always, is the associate editor here at AMC, Miss Amy Rose Eisenbach.
Hi guys, I missed you, back from vacation, and we're all sending John and his family some love while he's back home in Canada.
I like that you brought the tropical Hawaii.
You know,
look
I had
back
to.
with you.
I had to kind of settle back.
Good job. And we also have joining us the one, the only, Mr. Dennis Sang.
Hi guys, I missed you both.
Dennis.
I hope you guys had a good time on vacation.
It's nice to be back with the AMC fam.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. There has been a little trouble in paradise for Sylvester Stallone and his Expendables 3 casting. Reportedly, Bruce Willis was demanding $4 million for just 4 days of shooting in Bulgaria, or he said he'd walk. When the actor was only offered $3 million, as promised, he walked. Wasting no time, Stallone turned to Twitter to reveal that Harrison Ford would be replacing him. Stallone's tweet stated, "Willis out, Harrison Ford in. Great news. Been waiting for years for this." A few minutes after his tweet, Stallone sent out the following cryptic message, which may or may not pertain to Willis. "Greedy and lazy, a sure formula for career failure." Amy Rose, what do you make of this Expendables 3 news?
All right, first things first. Han Solo, yes! He is going to be such a great addition to Expendables 3, even if he's just standing there waving, because we know he's getting up there in age and he's not going to be doing much action, but he's an iconic action star, amazing actor, Indiana Jones. I mean, his slate is just incredible, and he's an icon. He's a legend. So, really good move. Nice work, Stallone. Number 2, you're better than that, Willis. You're better than that. 4 days? You really wanted $1 million a day? I mean, come on. It's a fun time. You're with your old action buddies. You're going to have a great time on set in Bulgaria, of all places. I think $3 million is not a bad 3 days' work. 4 days work, if you ask me. So I'm a little disappointed in him. Yeah, I'll take it too. I'm a little disappointed in him. But, you know, the roster's still working out, Mila in the mix and all the other great names. So I think it's going to be a fun time, and we kind of have learned what to expect from this franchise, and it's a fun blockbuster action flick. So a little disappointed in Willis, but Han Solo, Harrison, really happy to have you on board. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm also excited that Harrison Ford can join this cast as well. I actually wasn't expecting him to, to be honest. I never, not that I didn't think of his name, I just didn't think that he would want to, actually. So that part is cool. But yeah, Bruce Willis dropping out, I'm kind of disappointed that he's not going to be in it. And also disappointed that it was, money, that was the thing that deterred him from doing it. And it's not like he wasn't getting good money.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to work for $1 million a day,
Come on.
So yeah, I just hope that it doesn't affect the movie at all.
Yeah, and I really like Willis as an actor. He's so fun and charismatic, and he's great at this, but it's a little disappointing when you find out that's the dispute. But on the news of Harrison Ford, we also heard that he is all for another Indiana Jones movie, which I'm all about. I know the last one, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, kind of disappointed a lot of us, but I still have faith that they can make a really good next film. And if Indiana Jones himself is on board, baby, make it happen. That's all I'm saying.
I really like Indiana Jones. I really don't know how much I like Ford joining Expendables. I don't know where he's going to fit in, and I don't know. I just don't know if he's going to fit in. So
it's Harrison Ford. He can fit in anywhere.
I know, but it's Expendables. I don't know. I'm not sold yet, guys. I'm sorry.
He'll win you over, babe. All
right. We all remember when evil spirits called out for Carol Ann in the original Poltergeist. That movie never left my mind. A remake of the horror film is now in the works over at MGM and Fox. It's being reported that Sam Rockwell is in early talks to star in the film, alongside Rosemarie DeWitt, who is already locked in as the female lead. The film is being directed by Gil Kennan, who previously directed the animated film Monster House and produced Sam Raimi. The synopsis is near identical to the first film, only this time the family is called the Bowens, and they must confront an angry spirit who kidnaps their youngest daughter, Madison. Dennis, what do you think about this Poltergeist remake?
Well, I haven't seen Poltergeist since I was a little kid. I just remember being very scared by it.
Yeah.
But I love Sam Rockwell, so the fact that he's gonna be in this remake makes me much more excited than I probably would have been beforehand. So, yeah, I'm also not one that's huge on remakes, but sometimes they can work, and hopefully this one does.
Yeah. When I first heard that they were going to remake such a classic horror film, I definitely was just like, come on, Hollywood. Like, again, we talk about remakes all the time because they're never ending. They just keep popping up. And I get it from a monetary standpoint from the studio. Something worked. They want to recreate that magic, get some money for it, and kind of recapture that nostalgic essence of it. But I also think there's a lot of really good writers out there with original content that I rather see explored. But on that note, if they're going to do it, and if they can lock someone like Sam Rockwell, who is in my top 3 favorite actors ever, then my interest is piqued a little bit, because he literally can. I really don't think he's made a bad movie. You can challenge me if you want in their chat board, but I just think he's so talented. He really commits to every single role. He can do comedy, he can do drama. I just saw him in The Way, Way Back, which was a coming-of-age tale, and Steve Carell in a role you've never seen him in before. I definitely recommend it. It's an interesting movie, but he's just so incredible. And I also really like Rosemary DeWitt. I think she's very talented, and having Sam Raimi on as a producer also keeps my interest a little bit. So I'm gonna keep an open mind. My first impulse was like, don't remake this one, please. Is nothing sacred? But if you get my boy Rockwell on the case and all these other elements in, and I actually did not see what was it, Monsters House, but I heard it was fun. It was a good time. So I'll keep an open mind, especially if you get Rockwell.
Well, AMC movie fans know that I hate horror movies, and I'm actually signing up to go see this one already.
That's
because
my girl.
I actually liked the first one, so I'm ready for the second one.
And I love horror movies, and that's why touching a sacred like this one, initially, but we'll be open, and I'll hold your hand, don't worry.
Okay. It has been recently confirmed that composer Hans Zimmer will be scoring the music to Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Zimmer most recently scored Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, as well as countless other films like Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes and Christopher Nolan's Inception. Amy Rose, how do you think Zimmer's involvement with Spider-Man 2 is going to impact the franchise?
Hans Zimmer is... He's a musical legend. He is so incredible. I mean, beyond just working on the Dark Knight trilogy and True Romance and Pirates, and it goes on, even The Lion King, he has done everything, like every genre, and he just, probably a lot of you don't know that my background is music journalism. That's how I actually jumped into this business, and music just impacts me and inspires me so much. And Zimmer, his scores transport you to another world, to that adventure, whatever he wants you to feel. I mean, Inception, The Dark Knight, he's working on Interstellar too. And for him to be a part of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, just the caliber has just been raised yet again. And we were actually on the press line at Comic-Con and speaking with Mark Webb and everyone, and even Jamie Foxx, like really talking about Max Dillon to Electro Evolution. Like, he's really passionate about this character, and everything that I've seen about this, Dane DeHaan, Harry Osborn, like it keeps raising in my excitement. And I just think that this was really just bringing it home, babe. I'm saying babe a lot today. I'm feeling good. But yeah, I definitely am really excited about it. He's a musical genius. I really like Mark Webb's first film, and all the pieces are really forming a beautiful whole right now. So I could not be more excited for this.
Yeah, I think it's a great move, especially considering that the first one, the score was not very memorable compared to Elfman's one for Sam Raimi. And Hans Zimmer, he is like in the film composers, he's in, the Mount Rushmore, with John Williams and stuff like that. So I think he's going to bring a lot to the new movie, and I'm excited. So, and like you said, with all the cast and everything, and I really like the first one, and adding this is just a cherry on top.
The Man of Steel score legitimately gave me goosebumps.
It's funny too, because
so good.
I feel like you think of movies like Star Wars and you think of the score on that, and everyone knows that music. But I don't think people sometimes realize how important the composer is on a film. Because if you watch a film without the music, it doesn't have the same impact at all as it does once that is laid out. So I think that's super important, and he'll be awesome.
Look at scary movies.
Yes.
Look at horror films. If you literally...
I could watch them without music.
Exactly. If you muted them and took away the suspense and the drama from the music, you're just like, oh, here she comes.
Then I'd be good.
Try it. You'll be great.
I'll be great.
All right, guys. We've now reached the buy or sell portion of our show. Miss Chrisley's going to read off a couple other fun items going on in the world of movie news. And we're simply going to say if we buy or sell it. What you got, lady?
A new trailer has been released for Thor: The Dark World. The clip reunites us with Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, the wonderful and mischievous Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, and Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, and many more familiar faces. Amy Rose, buy or sell this new trailer for Thor: The Dark World?
Enthusiastic buy. I really liked it. I really liked the first film a lot, and I am a little disappointed that Kenneth Branagh is not directing this film because I really, really liked the first one. But Home Slice, what's his name?
Alan Taylor.
Alan, yes. He directed some of Game of Thrones. So I think that he's really going to still capture this epic, badass, complex world. And we spoke to Tom Hiddleston, who's just as cool as it gets. He really is as cool as it gets at Comic-Con, and we did get him to reveal that we're going to get more Asgard in the sequel, and I'm really hoping we get some battles on Asgard because last time it did not happen. It was in New York, and I really, really want that to happen, and I just want more of that in the rich world, and we have some more evil forces, and it looks like it was a good trailer to just keep my excitement high. What did you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I buy it as well. Alan Taylor, yeah, he's an HBO guy. He directs a lot of Game of Thrones and some other HBO shows, so I think we're in capable hands. I mean, I would have liked to see Kenneth Branagh come back, but this is still a worthy replacement. And the trailer was great. I mean, it showed more of the story and kind of the tone and feel of it. So I'm super excited.
And Natalie Portman's Jane Foster slapping Loki.
I buy the trailer for one reason, and that's Loki. I mean, I love Loki.
I don't want him to die. I really hope he doesn't. I really want more Loki all the time.
Director Seth Gordon has dropped out of helming Horrible Bosses 2. The departure was cited as due to scheduling conflicts. Stars Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, and Jamie Foxx are all still confirmed to reprise their previous roles, as well as original writers John Francis Daley and Jonathan M. Goldstein. Dennis, buy or sell Gordon dropping out of Horrible Bosses 2?
I have to buy this. I'm actually one of the people who didn't really care much for Horrible Bosses. I had heard that it was really funny, and then when I saw it, I didn't think it was that great. As a director, I think he's fine. I mean, he's done a lot of television shows that I've liked, like The Office, Parks and Rec, and I think Modern Family and stuff like that. So I'm sure he's a good director. I don't know, maybe the script wasn't working for him or something wasn't going right for him, at least in my opinion. So I'll buy that he's leaving and maybe getting someone in that's maybe more in tune with that type of humor.
Yeah, I'll buy it as well. I had a similar experience the first time I saw Horrible Bosses. I heard it was hilarious, and expectations always ruin things. So I like to go in with very little, if possible, to not be tainted by the outside world. I saw it for the first time, and I was like, yeah, that was kind of funny. And then I rewatched it, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's a little offbeat and good, humor and great characters. And I thought the three main characters had really great chemistry. And Jennifer Aniston, those are the roles you should be doing, not these rom-coms, these edgy, fun roles like We're the Millers and Horrible Bosses. I think that is the method, and Kevin Spacey's always fantastic, but having the three back and Jamie Foxx was really funny. So I think that the main, and the original writer, so I think it's still going to turn out to be pretty good.
I'll be curious to see where the second one will go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll have to see it for that.
They can't kill more bosses, They have to invent not to have the Hangover 2 syndrome.
Yes. Some new photos have been released of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's directorial debut, Don Jon. Gordon-Levitt plays John Martello, a modern-day Don Juan who objectifies everything in his life, especially women. He sets out on a journey to find a more gratifying sex life, yet ends up learning about the bigger picture about love and life through two different women. The film also stars Scarlett Johansson, Tony Danza, and Julianne Moore. Amy Rose, buy or sell these new photos for Don Jon?
Buy. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is such a talented person, not only with his acting credits and also his hit record production company, and he's just doing so many amazing things for this industry, and he actually puts, action where his words are. He actually does things to, further enrich this entertainment industry, and I just think he's wonderful, and I think he's going to be a really good director. He has such, an approach and an eye and a vision with everything he does, all his roles, and he can do comedy and he can do drama, and I think that this is going to do both. And not to mention Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy it as well. I'm a big fan of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I also think it's interesting, too, is the juxtaposition between his obsession with porn is to Scarlett Johansson's character her obsession with rom-coms. Which is basically what he's saying is kind of that's female porn. Mm-hmm. So I'm very intrigued. I don't know how well the movie's gonna do, but I think I'm gonna like it.
Whoa, not for all of us. Horror films are my female porn. Just saying. I don't like the rom-coms.
I'm super excited for this. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is amazing.
Isn't he great?
I love him as an actor and just for everything that he does, and Scarlett Johansson as well. And I think just what Dennis said, the storyline is so intriguing that you have to watch it.
I think it's going to be great. And Julianne Moore is always great, too.
For sure.
Great cast.
The first trailer has been released for George Clooney's directorial effort, The Monuments Men. Adapted from Robert M. Edel's book of the same name, the film follows the true story of a group of art experts chosen by the U.S. government to retrieve artwork stolen by the Nazis. Clooney also stars in the film along with Matt Damon, Cate Blanchett, Bill Murray, John Goodman, and John Dujardin. Dennis, buy or sell the first trailer?
I will cautiously buy this. It looks all right. It looks solid. It's not bad, but it kind of has that feel of if you guys have seen Space Cowboys with Clint Eastwood. It's like with all the old guys go into space. This is kind of like the old guys going into to war, and they're not soldiers, So
you're calling Matt Damon old?
No, but they get some other older people in there as well in the trailer. Not him and Clooney, but the other guys.
Bill Murray, John Goodman. I'll give you that.
So
Space Cowboys, Dennis, come on. I'm gonna buy it. I do not share your sentiments. I actually think it looks really good. I think it has kind of an Ocean's 11 meets like so many other films. I think it's gonna be both comedic and it's a true story, and I think Clooney has proven he's a really good director. I loved Ides of March with Ryan Gosling and him. I thought that was really great. Even Leatherheads with John Krasinski, Good Night, Good Luck. I think he's really got an eye, and he's produced so many other films like Argo and all these other things, and I think he knows this industry, and I am kind of a history buff. I love when they take something like this, and I think it's going to be a fun time. And Bill Murray and John Goodman and all the old guys, come on, they're classic.
I also like that in the trailer it showed the serious part of the story, but it also showed that they're still kind of funny, which I like because it wasn't too heavy of a film, because this could be really heavy.
Mm-hmm. And Jean, he was so great in The Artiste, so I'm excited to see him in something else. All right, guys, we have now reached mailbag time. Miss Chrisley has picked out a couple user-submitted questions. What you got?
Sean Ryan writes, "Hey guys, John, you're the man, and Amy Rose, I love you, girl. Okay, my question is about Nicholas Winding Refn's Only God Forgives. The movie seemed to have come and gone, and I was wondering what you thought about it because I loved Drive. Keep up the great work, and thanks."
Thank you, Sean. Love you too. I loved this movie. It was really intense, like very intense. I actually saw it with my man Dennis, and I love Nicholas Winding Refn's style. Every shot is so calculated and artistic, and he really is a visionary, but I do understand that his films are not for everyone. It's so realistic. I literally was holding myself on a couple really graphic scenes because you can feel the pain inflicted from these people. And the acting, I mean, Gosling and Refn seriously create magic together. I loved Drive. I loved this movie, but I kept thinking about it. It definitely haunted me. It was very dark, very stylistic, and the whole cast was strong, and I really loved the movie, and I love his vision, but I am, being objective, realize that it is not for everyone because there are some really gruesome, intense scenes that really stick with you, but, all calculated and artistically done. He doesn't just shock you to shock you, he does it with intention, so I think he's great. What did you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought they all did good performances. I wasn't a fan of Kristen Scott Thomas's performance in it. I thought it was a bit over the top, but it's not... The thing is, people who really like Drive, you still might like this movie, but it is very intense and graphic and violent, but it's not as commercial.
Exactly.
First of all, it's mostly spoken in Thai. It's not, there's not that much English in it. And second, it's just the stories, it's not something like a robbery or bank heist type of thing. It's a little bit different than that. So, I thought it was really good, and I think people should try and check it out. It kind of came and went because it didn't open in that many theaters, and I think they released it like VOD at the same time. So I think you can check it out right now. So I don't know.
You should. If you like Refn style, be open to it, but definitely not for the faint of heart.
Justin M. writes, hello, AMC. I was wondering if you think Keanu Reeves would make a good Batman.
Hey, Justin. All right.
Ooh.
No. I'm sorry. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. Sure, he's martial artist. We love that. We love the authenticity of that. But the man just is not that great of an actor. I'm sorry. I mean, he worked as Neo because he is stiff. That's him. He worked in a lot of movies like that. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the 47 Ronin trailer, but I'm just going to let that hang out there. But I just don't, he's not the Batman I would like to see. Sure, he's really good looking, and he's worked in films like the, a couple that I've stated because of that kind of stoic vibe to him. But no, he's not my Batman. And, I hope that, Christian Bale wasn't experienced in martial arts, and I think that, sure, while the fight scenes weren't crazy elaborate, I think they still worked, and I thought he was a really great Batman. So I'm hoping they get someone a little more, Carl Urban. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, he is definitely not fit for the Bruce Wayne / Batman role. I know people keep harping on this he's got to be this martial art action guy, but it's like with the way movies are made, you can get someone trained up and use different editing techniques and camera angles to make it look like they know what they're doing, and the acting is just far more important, and Keanu Reeves just isn't there, So yeah, he was great as Neo. I actually don't even mind him in that 47 Ronin trailer, but this is something totally different. This is on a level of, people will nitpick every little thing, and he's just not gonna work for that.
No way, Jose, or no way, Justin. Sorry, I'm still on the Matt Bomer Gabriel Mocked for Batman ride, and I know I'm the only one on that.
You're not the only one. I just haven't seen anything to indicate he'd be good at the fighting part. Sure, maybe the Bruce. He's attractive. He's has that. But
and you can't judge the spirit. Let's not judge Gabriel Mocked on the spirit. Let's try not to do that. All right. Gabriel Laguia Velarde, I'm sorry if I brutalized your name, writes, hey guys, love the show. Well, my question is, I've recently seen a mailbag in which John said he was a Justin Timberlake fan. However, he didn't think he was able to give a good performance. I have something going on like that, but with Ashton Kutcher. Honestly, I think he is the worst professional, well-known actor Hollywood has at the moment. What are your thoughts about this? Ooh, good one.
Ooh, thank you for the question. I actually don't share John's sentiments with Justin Timberlake.
Me neither.
I don't think he's a bad actor. I think that, first of all, Alpha Dog, he was really good in Alpha Dog. That whole movie was really haunting to me. Emil Hirsch, I thought it was a really good movie. I did not see it coming. And, sure, maybe it was a little over the top in Social Network, but I still thought it was a more than adequate performance. And I'm really excited for Spinning Gold because that's actually music in his wheelhouse. So I don't think he's a bad actor. And I actually feel the same way about Ashton Kutcher. I think that he has talent, but he's picked some very, very bad roles. Have you ever seen The Butterfly Effect? That is a dark movie, and he showed depth and pain and confusion and everything he was supposed to show, and it was very convincing to me. I thought he did a really good job, and I just think he's the product of, maybe a bad agent or just picking bad roles, because he's really done the, ever since that 70s show, he's just done that kind of like dumb, like funny, charismatic guy, and also rom-coms, and I just don't think that he's really picked, taken the right steps. But I am excited to see him in Jobs. I mean, just the images alone, he looks so much like Steve Jobs. And I'm excited to see people, really see that dramatic side of him again, because I really believe he's talented, but again, not taking the right steps to have other people like yourself agree. So I'm hoping that Jobs changes minds. I'm not like pro Ashton or anything, but I do think that he has talent that has yet to be seen again. Dennis?
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are the worst actors in the world, and I also don't think they're the best either. Yeah. So they're just, and also I think the thing about with Justin Timberlake and Ashton Kutcher is that they can act in certain roles. They probably aren't very, well, actually I'll say, I don't think they're very versatile, but I think that given certain roles, they can flourish. I thought Justin Timberlake was pretty good in Black Snake Moan. And Ashton, I liked him in Butterfly Effect.
Yeah.
In terms of Jobs, I'm a little worried because when I see him as the young Steve Jobs, I actually think, okay, he's doing a pretty good job. When he gets older and he's, you know, the older jobs, like showing off the iPod, I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little skeptical that that part is not going to come off well.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll wait and see if the movie is good.
I'm really open to it because, I mean, Steve Jobs, what an incredible, I've been meaning to read his book forever. And, I mean, seriously, for our generation, there's not probably one single person that just shows where we're at technology-wise, and he's such an inspiration. So I'm really excited they're actually making movies about him, but I am a bit more intrigued with the Aaron Sorkin project that's not fully developed yet, that's still in motion. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Ashton does.
I also think that a lot of people are judging Ashton based on his personal life as opposed to his acting career. And while, Three Men or whatever that ridiculous show isn't the greatest show, I do like Ashton Kutcher as an actor, and I actually am really excited to see him in Jobs. And Justin Timberlake, Trouble with the Curve, hello, amazing.
I just watched that, and I didn't want to because it was marketed so poorly, and it was really good.
So good.
It was. Good job, Clint. You did
Boston
it again.
player.
Great, guys. Well, that is it. Thank you for joining us today. I would like to thank the lovely Crystalie.
Thank you guys for having me. Make sure you follow me on Twitter.
Woo! The one and only Dennis.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. You're the best. And you guys, I really missed you. It's really nice to be back, and keep John in your thoughts. And tomorrow we'll be back with the one and only Jon Schnepp. What's up? Woo-hoo! So thanks again. We'll see you in the comments. Follow us, like us. You know the deal. We really appreciate your support. Until then, I'm Amy Rose. Take care.